The 2002 FIFA World Cup is the story of redemption. It is the tournament where Brazil and Ronaldo exercised their demons from the 1998 final and became world champions for the 5th time. This competition was where Ronaldo confirmed his place among the pantheons of the all-time greats. Unfortunately, this tournament is also known for arguably the worst officiating ever seen throughout a World Cup. But how did Ronaldo lead Brazil to glory? What was so poor about the officiating in this tournament? This is the story of the 2002 World Cup. To understand Ronaldo's redemption story, we need to highlight what he went through since the 1998 tournament. Ronaldo was playing for Inter Milan, and for 2 years he scored goals at will. Paolo Maldini would later say, Ronaldo during his first 2 years at Inter was phenomenal. However, on November 21st, 1999, Ronaldo ruptured a tendon in his knee which ruled him out for 6 months. In his comeback game against Lazio on the 12th of April 2000, Ronaldo played for just 6 minutes before suffering another major injury. Ronaldo suffered a complete rupture of his kneecap tendons. Ronaldo's physiotherapist Nilton Petrone described the injury. His kneecap actually exploded, and labelled it the worst football injury he had ever seen. Ronaldo missed nearly all his games until the 2002 World Cup. There was a lot of doubt if he would ever come back. Ronaldo would later say, "Life, for me, it started and ended on a football pitch. When my knee was destroyed, it was like my life had been taken away." Despite the torrid injuries, Brazil manager Felipe Scolari showed faith and still selected Ronaldo in the Brazil squad. Scolari did not do the same for Romario. To the anger of Brazilian fans and media, Romario was left out because he missed the 2001 Copa America. Romario would later say, "I can't believe that not going to the Copa America has stopped me from going to the World Cup." Further disruption hit Brazil just before the tournament. Brazil captain 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿, a midfielder, decided to play as goalkeeper during training. As he parried a shot, he dislocated his shoulder and was ruled out of the tournament. 𝐾𝐿 was selected as captain. Scolari set Brazil in a fluid 5-3-2 and 3-5-2. Roberto Carlos and 𝐾𝐿 were deployed as wing-backs and were tasked with providing width for the team. Gilberto Silva and Kleberson provided the defence in midfield. This gave the legendary 3 R's up front full license to attack: Ronaldo, Rivaldo and a young Ronaldinho. Before moving on to the main tournament, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. My next video will be on the 2006 tournament. I never dreamed of reaching over 1,500 subs in 6 months. Thank you all for the support. This tournament was the 17th edition. It was held in South Korea and Japan. Brazil was drawn in Group C with Turkey, Costa Rica and China. Brazil began their campaign against Turkey. An easy win was expected, but Turkey fought valiantly. Brazil dominated the ball in the first half, but chances were limited. Ronaldinho probably had their best chance when he sent a long-range effort wide after the Turkey keeper 𝐼𝐻𝐿 ran out of the box. In first half stoppage time, Turkey took a surprise lead. Hasan Şaş was played through into the box, before firing a powerful shot into the back of the net. Brazil started the second half with more urgency. They were rewarded in the 50th minute. Rivaldo put in a wonderful cross from the left wing, which Ronaldo finished with a brilliant diving volley. Brazil continued to create chances, but 𝐼𝐻𝐿 made some good saves to keep it 1-1. In the 87th minute, Brazil were awarded a dubious penalty. 𝐟𝐻𝐿 miscued a kick which fell to substitute 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. He drove towards the box whilst Alpay Öcalan pulled on his shirt. He then fell into the box. The shirt pulling took place out of the box, but a penalty was awarded and Alpay was sent off. Rivaldo scored the penalty to give Brazil a 2-1 win. There was time for one more refereeing mistake. As Rivaldo got ready to take a corner, Hakan Ünsal kicked the ball at Rivaldo's knee. Rivaldo immediately fell to the ground, clutching his face. Despite happening right in front of the linesman, Ünsal was sent off. Turkish coach Şenol Güneş told reporters, "There is an injustice in the result. I have to say that, an injustice." In their second game, Brazil faced China. It was a complete mismatch. In the 15th minute, Brazil took the lead. Roberto Carlos scored a thunderous free kick that flew into the top corner. Rivaldo made it 2-0 in the 32nd minute. He tapped it in after Ronaldinho found him with a lovely cross. In the 45th minute, Ronaldo was pulled down in the box and a penalty was given. This time, Ronaldinho scored the penalty. Ronaldo sealed a 4-0 win after tapping in a cross. In their third game, Brazil played Costa Rica. They made a fast start. In the 10th minute, Ronaldo once again scored a tap-in. He met a low cross and showed immense strength as he was pulled back to poke the ball home. Just 3 minutes later, Ronaldo made it 2-0. He controlled the ball from a corner, showed quick feet before placing a low shot into the near post. The third goal by Brazil summed up this team and their tactics. They counter-attacked from a corner and 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿, the centre-back, led the attack. He ended up in the Costa Rica box before scoring an acrobatic bicycle kick. However, just a minute later, Costa Rica scored. Paulo Wanchope played a nice one too before scoring. The second half seemed comfortable for Brazil, but in the 56th minute, Costa Rica scored again. Ronaldo Gomes scored with a free header in the far post. In the 62nd minute, Rivaldo scored with his first touch after meeting a powerful low cross. Just 2 minutes later, Junior sealed a 5-2 win for Brazil. Brazil topped the group with 9 points, scoring 11 times. The officials made several errors during the group stages. To name a few, Vieri for Italy opened the scoring against Croatia, but was denied incorrectly for offside. In stoppage time, Materazzi's hopeful free kick went in, but the goal was disallowed bizarrely for a shirt pull. Senegal's 𝐿-ＨADJI dived for a penalty against Uruguay. FIFA spokesman 𝐾𝐨𝐽 would later admit there have been one of two major mistakes which are cause for concern. In the second round, Brazil faced Belgium. The game was quite competitive and both teams had chances in the first half. Belgium struck first in the 36th minute. Mark Wilmot scored with a powerful header. Unfortunately, the goal was disallowed after the ref decided he had fouled Junior. Replay showed that there was little contact. In the second half, Brazil began to dominate the ball and create chances. In the 67th minute, Rivaldo finally got the breakthrough. Ronaldinho found him with an outside of the boot cross. Rivaldo chested the ball away from the box, then did a kick upwards towards the box before firing a volley into the back of the net. Ronaldo sealed a 2-0 win in the 87th minute after scoring with his first touch from a 𝐿𝐵𝐿 cross. Perhaps the most infamous game of this tournament came in the second round between Italy and South Korea. The ref for the match was Ecuadorian Byron Moreno, a man who would later be banned for match fixing by the Ecuadorian FA. He was also caught smuggling heroin in 2010 at JFK Airport. It took just 3 minutes for the controversy to start. Korea was awarded a penalty after 𝐶𝐽 went down in the box. There was little contact by Christian Panucci. Buffon made a fantastic save to deny 𝐵𝐻. There were multiple incidents of elbows raised when challenging for the ball, and the ref inconsistently chose to brandish the yellow card or not. Francesco Totti did get booked. The game finished 1-1 after 90 minutes. 12 minutes into extra time, Totti drove into the box and went down from a challenge. Not only was the penalty not given, but Totti got a second yellow card and was sent off. Italian players furiously argued to no avail. Replays showed there was contact. Maybe it can be argued it was not a penalty, but certainly not a dive. In the 117th minute, 𝐵𝐻 scored the golden goal with a header to send Italy out. This led to the Perugia owner furiously claiming he would cancel 𝐵𝐻's loan contract. I have no intention of paying a salary to someone who has ruined Italian football. The Italian media were equally angry about the refereeing standard in the game. Italy has been thrown out of a dirty World Cup where referees and linesmen are used as hitmen, wrote Giorgio Tossati in newspaper Corriere della Sera. In the quarterfinals, Brazil played England. This was the fourth time the two teams had met in a World Cup. Each time Brazil went on to become champions. The opening 20 minutes of the game was quite cagey. Brazil had more of the ball but did not create clear chances. It was England who would strike first. A long ball was played towards Owen. Lucio should have easily intercepted it, but he did not control the ball and allowed Owen to run through on goal. Owen then dinked the ball over the charging Brazil keeper Marcos. England were 1-0 up. For the rest of the half, Brazil had more of the ball, but most chances were long-range efforts. Just before half-time, Brazil got the crucial equaliser. Beckham jumped over a challenge in midfield and the ball eventually came to Ronaldinho. He then dribbled at the English defence at high speed whilst doing stepovers. As the defence focused on him, Rivaldo drifted wide. Ronaldinho found him with a lovely pass and Rivaldo with his first touch beautifully placed the ball into the far corner. It was 1-1. The iconic moment of the match occurred 5 minutes into the second half. Brazil won a free kick wide and at least 35 yards out. Ronaldinho stood by ready to take it. His body position looked like he was going to cross it, but to the shock of everyone and especially England keeper 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, the ball curled over him and went in. To this day there is debate if the goal was intentional. Ronaldinho later said, "It was definitely a shot, although, if I'm being totally honest, I was aiming for the other side of the net." Incredibly, Ronaldinho went from hero to villain just a few minutes later. He was slightly late on a challenge with Danny Mills, and the ref judged it to be a stamp and he was given a straight red card. England defender Mills later said, "He pulled out a red card. It was never a red card. He caught me slightly. It was a booking at worst." England huffed and puffed for the rest of the game, but truthfully, they did not look like scoring. Brazil won 2-1. More refereeing controversies continued in the quarter-finals. In the USA vs Germany game, Thorsten Frings stopped a goal with his hand, but no penalty was given. Two awful decisions cost Spain vs South Korea. Helguera had a goal ruled out for a push. Morientes had his game-winning goal ruled out because the linesman incorrectly deemed Joaquin's cross had got out of play. Spanish coach José Antonio Camacho branded the match as scandal. The situation was so bad, even Sepp Blatter commented, "I have to say, I have difficulties understanding our referee committee concerning the designation of the referees and the linesmen." Brazil faced Turkey in the semi-finals. Despite being underdogs, Turkey once again fought valiantly. They started the better and had a great chance via an Alpe header early on, but Marcos made a great save. Brazil had a chance, but Cafu had his shot saved by Rustu. They had another great chance, but Ronaldo's close-range effort was saved by Rustu again. The breakthrough came in the 49th minute. Ronaldo received the ball outside the left side of the box. He dribbled past a couple of players and with little backlift cleverly toe-poked the ball into the far corner. Rustu got a hand to it but could not save it. Turkey responded well to the goal and put pressure on Brazil. 𝐼𝐻 𝐾𝐿 almost scored a brilliant volley, but Marcos made the save. Brazil held on for a 1-0 win. The final took place in Yokohama, Japan on the 30th of June. It was Brazil vs Germany. Remarkably, despite having 7 World Cups between them at the time, this was their first ever World Cup meeting. Brazil were the favourites. Even more thanks to Ballack being suspended for Germany. The opening 15 minutes were cagey. There wasn't a clear-cut chance for either team. The best chance of the first half fell to Ronaldo in the 19th minute. Ronaldinho played him through with a lovely through ball. One-on-one with Oliver Kahn, Ronaldo toe-poached the ball well wide of the far post. 𝐶leberson produced a moment of brilliance, but his curling efforts from 25 yards out hit the bar. Just before half-time, Kahn produced an excellent save from a Ronaldo shot. It was goalless at half-time. The second half was played with more urgency. Germany came close within the first minute. Jeremies had his header from a corner blocked by Edmilson. Neuville then had a fantastic strike from a long-range free kick tipped onto the post. 3 minutes later, Gilberto Silva had a header saved by Kahn. In the 67th minute, the deadlock was finally broken. Ronaldo won the ball from Hamann and passed it to Rivaldo. He struck a low shot that Kahn should have saved, but he spilled it to Ronaldo, who scored from close range. Kahn described it as "my only mistake in the finals." 12 minutes later, Brazil doubled their lead with a brilliant goal. 𝐶leberson made a run out wide and passed towards Rivaldo. Showing incredible awareness, Rivaldo dummied the ball, which allowed it to reach Ronaldo. He took a brilliant first touch before calmly placing it into the bottom corner. Brazil was 2-0 up. Germany had a great chance to score via Bierhoff, but Marcos saved it. Brazil closed out the game and became champions for the 5th time. Ronaldo would later say, "The goals crowned my work and the work of the whole team. I worked for 2 years trying to recover from that injury, and today God reserved this for me and the Brazilian team. I am very happy." Ronaldo had completed his redemption. Notable stats include 2.7 million fans attended the games, 42,000 per match. 161 goals were scored in 64 games, 2.52 per match. Brazil top scored with 18 goals in 7 games. They conceded 4. The three R's scored 15 goals. Ronaldo top scored with 8 goals. 𝐾𝐭 won the Golden Ball. That was the story of the 2002 World Cup. Please do like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching.